Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few centers I would drop this week. The first guy, LaMarcus Aldridge of the Brooklyn Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's been pretty solid this season for this net team here since he returned after having to retire last season with in regular heartbeat. On the season, 13.4 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 1.1 blocks, and 55% from the field. In the last couple weeks, he's playing good as well, 14.2 points a game, 5.7 boards, a block, 1.2 assists a game, and 50% from the field. But the thing here with Aldridge now, he's out with an ankle injury, and we don't know how long he's going to be out. He's going to go under an MRI, and this definitely could be a multiple-game absence for the 36-year-old Aldridge. But like I mentioned, he's playing good basketball, but now with this sprained ankle here, it could be serious, and right now I wouldn't hold on to him if he's going to be out for an extended period of time. So the last few games here for Aldridge, January 25th versus the Lakers, 9.6 boards, a steal, 37% from the field. January 26th versus the Nuggets, 18 points, 8 boards, a block, 43% from the field. And then January 29th, where he sprained the ankle at the Warriors, 9 points, 5 boards, an assist, 2 blocks, and 40% from the field. So right here, obviously, I would take a wait-and-see approach another day or two, because news should come out later today about LaMarcus Aldridge, how many games he's going to miss, and what the full diagnosis is. But right now, if it's going to be a multiple-game absence, there's no reason to hold on or stash him even on your injured list, in my opinion, because this guy definitely could miss a lot of games, and fantasy owners have dropped him in 8% of fantasy leagues so far this week. The next guy, Marvin Bagley III of the Sacramento Kings. So Marvin Bagley, he's just been an inconsistent ball player now over the last few seasons here. And on the season, 9.3 points a game, 7.2 rebounds, 46% from the field. But Bagley's banged up as well, like Aldridge, and he's out with a left ankle injury and an ankle sprain. But right now, his numbers haven't been all that great as well over the last few games. January 25th in Boston, 6 points, 6 rebounds, a steal, a block, 42% from the field. January 26th at Atlanta, 9 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, a 3, 50% from the field. And January 29th at Philly, 6 points, 9 boards, and a block, 50% from the field. So right now, he's pretty much a guy who's going to score the basketball 6, 7 points a game, and he'll get 8 or 9 rebounds at most. But obviously, that's not good enough, in my opinion, for a guy to be rostered in 10 and 12-team leagues here for Marvin Bagley. And right now, fantasy owners with the injury and the lack of production, they have dropped him as well in 9% of fantasy leagues. So right now, with the injury and the lack of numbers, he's an easy drop this week. And the third and final center I look to drop this week's Maxi Kleber of the Dallas Mavericks. I talk about an inconsistent player. I've mentioned him as a pickup and a drop as well over the last few weeks, but he just can't get it going for a consistent amount of games in a row here. Is Kleber on the season, 7.6 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 1.7 threes a game, and 41% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, he's bumped the numbers up a bit, 8.1 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.1 blocks, 1.6 threes, and 43% from the field here for Kleber. But Kleber right now, like I mentioned, he's pretty much a guy that's going to max out on most nights, 9, 10 points a game, 5, 6 rebounds, and that's about it with a decent field goal percentage. So the last few games, January 26th at Portland, 12 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 3 blocks, 2 threes, 55% from the field. January 29th versus the Pacers, 15 points, 14 rebounds, a steal, an assist, 3 threes, 55% from the field. And January 30th at Orlando, 6 points, 5 boards, a block, 2 threes, 25% from the field. So right here, yeah, he had that one great game with 15 and 14, but then he goes back to 6 and 5 in his next ball game, and he's just not consistent enough to garner a roster spot in most leagues, in my opinion. As a streaming option here and there, I think Kleber's good, but a guy to keep on your roster long term, I don't think he's really that good. So that's a few centers I would look to drop here for Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season.